0055.
Ghana Shippers Authority, providing shipping solutions.
Hello, grace-filled morning. A warm welcome to Maritime and Port News. Maritime and Port News is proudly sponsored by the Ghana Shippers Authority. They provide you with the best in oil shipping solutions. You can always contact the Mother Shippers House in Accra. You can also join us live on YouTube on Omanfm and on Facebook on the 2TVGH. You can also tune in to Omanfm in Kumasi for more Maritime and Port News. I am Nanesi Boateng. In our stories, the National Petroleum Authority (NPA) has fined 7 petroleum service providers (PSPs) an amount of 1.5 million Ghana cedis for various infractions. The firm are Mori Oil Company Limited, Rodo Company Limited, MBA Global Limited, Seago Energy Limited, Torrid Global Limited, Nadiv Company Limited, and Gat Oil. A statement issued by the NPA on Monday said the firm was cited for engaging in illicit third-party trading of petroleum product. The NPA is warning any firm which fails to comply with its stipulated rules and guidelines will face sanctions. The Ghana Union of Traders Association (GUTA) and Exports Barbados, the Barbados Investment and Development Corporation, has entered a partnership agreement targeted at increasing bilateral trade to at least $3.6 million by 2025. The collaboration comes on the back of an initiative championed by Export Barbados to change the current $3,000 value of import and $36,000 exports between the two countries. Chief Executive Officer of Export Barbados, Mike Hill, speaking at an event to formally outdoor the partnership, said the two countries shared a common ancestry and consumption in both countries, hence the need to forge strong trade partnership with each capitalizing on its competitive advantage. He emphasized that trade collaboration is important for the economic development of every country because it is mutually beneficial to all parties and facilitates the exchange of investment-related information, goods and services, human resource and expertise, among others. On his part, the president of GUTA, Dr. Joseph Obeng, stated it is very unfortunate that trade volumes between the two countries have been very abysmal over the past years. He expressed that there are numerous trade and investment opportunities in Barbados that member unions of the association must take advantage of, courtesy of the partnership, to grow their businesses. 2 anchor handling tugs belonging to Maersk Supply Service will return to the Great Pacific Garbage Patch, having extended their contract with the ocean cleanup for an additional year. The Dutch green tech company is developing and scaling plastic harvesting technologies to rid the ocean of floating plastics, starting with the world's largest accumulation of ocean plastics, the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. Maersk Supply Service has been working with the ocean cleanup since 2018, helping to deploy the company's system, beginning with the AHTS Maersk launcher towing the ocean cleanup system 001 from San Francisco later in 2018. Although that first deployment revealed some issues, engineers worked to refine the system, leading to the ocean cleanup extending its contract with Maersk Supply Service and second trial. In May 2021, Maersk Supply Service committed a second vessel and crew to the operations for System 002, told Maersk Tender and Maersk Trader. By October, the terms reached a major milestone with a successful trial that ascertained that the company's System 002 works to remove plastic from the oceans. If you just join us, you're listening to Maritime and Port News. Complaints from forwarders about the action of ocean carriers on pricing and demurrage and detention D&D charges were the final agenda item for Chinese, African, European and US regulator panelists at FIATA's final headquarters meeting session on Friday. Earlier, the regulators agreed they had found no evidence of rate collusion by carriers during the supply chain crisis, but rather demand spikes caused elevated pricing levels. It also appears the injury is still out among regulators over allegations of dominance by the shipping alliances fueled by numerous forwarders' complaints of unfair practices by carriers. The EC Director for Transport, Henrik Morch, in its competition directorate said so far the EC had not seen any evidence of price collusion and there was no basis for their detention. However, the Chilean FIATA representative said, "We have definitely identified discrimination and mistreatment from the steamship lines towards the market." Thus, he alleged, include the cancellation of bookings without explanation and the cancellation without notice of 90-day contract into 14-day duration of FAC deals, which effectively restricted the shipper to only one sailing. In the US, the regulators have come to the same no evidence conclusion as their European colleagues on rate collusion, but they appear to be cracking down harder on other practices shippers have complained about. She also pointed to the number of new entrants on the Trans-Pacific to support her argument. However, in regard to D&D charges, Ms. Dai spoke of the tightening of procedures, which is that if the principle of the charge fails, then no charge should be imposed, adding that the rule changes had shifted substantially the risk onto ocean carriers and our ports and marine terminals to keep cargo moving and to avoid charges. On this note, to wrap up this morning's edition of Maritime and Port News. Maritime and Port News is proudly sponsored by the Ghana Shippers Authority. They provide you with the best in oil shipping solutions. Contact them at the Shippers House in Accra. For more Maritime and Port News, log on to YouTube on Omanfm and also on Facebook on A2TVGH. I am Nanesi Boateng, my producer, Kweku Abwaji. Have a great day.
Yen so kwan su dwumadi hia mo